Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazmi Amir bin Asman. I'm from UiTM Puncak in Faculty of Business and Management of Islamic Banking. Today, I would like to talk about neobanks and challenger bank. So, let's get it.
Okay, first let's talk about what is neobank. A neobank is a type of digital bank that does not have any physical location. Neobanking takes place totally online rather than at physical facility. It's broad range of financial service providers pleading with today tech-savvy clientele. Neobanks do not have their own bank license but rely on bank partners to deliver bank license services. As the financial environment shifts toward client experience and happiness, a gap has formed between what traditional banks deliver and what customers want, and neobanks are attempting to fill that need. Next is what is a challenger bank. A challenger bank, on the other hand, is a smaller, newer bank that aims to compete or challenge conventional banks utilizing current financial principles. Many of them have abandoned branch-based banking in favor of operating fully online or through an app. Starling Bank, Monzo, Revolut, and Metro Bank are some of the biggest challenger banks in the UK. Next, we will talk about differences between neobanks and challenger banks. First is actual physical presence. Most challenger banks only have a few physical offices because their major draw is their online services. Furthermore, the majority of these actual locations are in the United Kingdom, while neobanks do not have an actual location. Following the 2008 financial crisis, the government allowed new banks to enter the market. Neobanks, on the other hand, debuted in 2017 as a solution to fill the gap between traditional bank and fintech. Next is account, product, and services. There are some other distinctions as well. Challenger banks typically provide both personal and commercial accounts. Furthermore, challenger banks simplify their products and services in order to be more internet-friendly. While some neobanks provide sub-personal accounts and services, their primary customers are small and medium-sized business and business startup. They position themselves as online financial technology enterprises rather than banks and often target more tech-savvy clientele. Lastly is banking license. There is the primary distinction between challenger banks and neobanks. Most challenger banks have such a small physical presence that they are almost entirely online. However, challenger banks have banking license but neobanks do not. As a result, only challenger banks can provide a comprehensive variety of financial services. This includes activities such as issuing credit cards and lending money. These services can also be provided by neobanks but only if they are linked to a licensed institution. Benefits of neobank. There are many benefits of neobanks that we can get. Since neobanks are entirely digital, they provide customers with a lot of benefits. Here are some significant points that may entice you to switch to a neobank. First is account creation is simple. We are all well aware of how difficult it is to open an account with a traditional bank. Neobanks, as previously discussed, do not have a physical location. As a result, you don't need to go any place to establish an account. You may do it in a few simple steps from wherever you are and you will have the account ready in matter of minutes. Secondly, seamless international payments. In the case of traditional banks, we don't always acquire a debit card that can be used anywhere in the globe or for overseas transaction. We may need to request an upgrade, make a request, and then obtain an international debit card. With current currency rates, you can use your card to make purchases or transact while traveling abroad. Lastly, easy to use interface. The goal of neobank is to provide an exceptional client experience. Neobank apps are highly crisp, clean, and easy to use. They are very responsive and well designed to meet a customer's want. The app's ease of use is what makes it so popular with its users. Not only neobank has its own benefit, challenger bank also has its own benefit that can provide to all the customer. First, it is simple to set up and utilize. Challenger banks make it easier to open a new account. In many circumstances, you can have a new account up and operating within a few hours. Once they are running, they function similarly to any other current account in that you may transfer money in and out, set up direct debits and standing orders, and monitor your balance. Next is low fees. Not only do they remove a lot of the legwork out of getting started, but most challenger bank accounts have far cheaper costs than ordinary bank accounts. This is due to the fact that they do not have to maintain physical branches or pay rent, allowing them to be extremely competitive. Lastly, they have a technological advantage. The adoption of technology improvements such as online banking and mobile banking by traditional banks was delayed. Challenger banks don't have that baggage because they started with a focus on technology from the beginning. This allows them to stay ahead of the newest technological breakthroughs and make their goods more efficient and user-pleasant. As a conclusion, we concluded that the growth trend has been constant since the foundation of the neobanks and the extraordinary advancement will not halt in the near future. However, the impact of neobanks on the banking system is evident because they have awakened the market, boosted financial participation among the populace, created competition, and challenged challenger bank by offering new structures and business models to clients. That's all from me. Thank you.